All right, everybody, welcome back to Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz. That's Jack over there. And we lucked out. We're going to do something now that's more divisive than what kind of cheese you like or what do you do with Spam. We found a way to do a steak meal for 2 people under $10. So let's get to that. All right, super simple. You get your steak, you got to hunt it down, get it for $5. Yeah, that's 3 steaks. If you're a fat guy, that's all for you. If you got more than people in that, cut them in half. That's 6 steaks. Easy enough. Gotta hunt them. Yeah, get you some vegetables. Got some asparagus and some corn. Veg for the veg gods. I usually just try to do 1 green vegetable with my stuff instead of doing 2.
2.
Yeah. I have an argument with the can opener here. Just get it out, leave the lids on it. I always drain my asparagus, but I leave the corn to cook in the corn juice.
Makes it easier to cook more thoroughly through.
Right. Just the asparagus just straight in, and then a tablespoon of butter and whatever garlic powder. I use quite a bit.
Yeah, quite a bit, huh?
And then the corn juice and the other one. Again, put these on super low. You're going to have these cooking while you're working on all the other steaks. And basically they're already cooked, so you just need to warm them up and get the spices and stuff on them. So I just put a little pepper in my corn and let it warm up. Now, got my steaks, got them halved. Easy enough. You can trim the fat off at this stage, but I don't. Just because I'm broke and already paid for it. These cheap steaks really beat up, so you get some of this meat tenderizer stuff. And I'll show you how to do it. They take it, just sprinkle it on there. I think it said,
I don't remember.
Doing it restrainingly. And then you got to poke holes in it with a fork from one end to the other. Watch your finger.
Yep, don't stab yourself.
5-finger fillet with a fork. And then just stab super fast thanks to the magic of movies. Stab.
Lots of stab.
You want to take it, you want to do the other side as well, but I'm not going to waste our time to show you all that. But if you got any other spices you want to put on, let it sit. Now's the time. But we're going to go ahead and jump into the pan. So, get your pan, medium to medium high, as per usual. Alright, let it warm up a little bit, at least warm to the touch. There you go. And then just put it in there. Now, I do mine as rare as possible, almost as blue as I can get. I just want to show it a picture of fire and scare it real bad, and then put it on a plate.
I can't do that. No.
I must. Now you can look, these are super thin, so they're going to cook fast, but you don't want to let it cook too much on one side. You're going to want to flip it a little bit. You're not on a grill, and they always tell you can. Somebody told me you can judge it by grabbing this part of your hand, and they can tell you it's like, oh, this is medium, this is like a rib, and that's a gizzard, whatever.
Yeah, nonsense.
Yeah, as rare as rare. It's pink, but not bloody on the inside. Blue is just picture of fire.
Just show it some fire, let it think about it for a couple seconds, and that's it.
I want steak with PTSD. And then just flip it over. Now, again, I'm using a fork here. Shouldn't use that on the non-stick surface. The trick is to not stab it all the way through. You can use a spatula, same as this. Just flip it over. Don't mind if it looks like a slasher film. Those things are going to bleed a little bit, especially the cheaper ones you get.
Yeah.
They do that a lot.
These are exceptionally bloody steaks. I was surprised.
So, yeah, I got them flipped over twice. Man, they still kind of bloody. That's the way I want to do it. I want to bite into it and hear an anguished move from the kitchen. So, I have an issue with the spatula. This is why I use a fork. Aha! Put it on the good china and set it over here. Now, the next way, you just put it straight in there. You don't have to clean it. You don't have to do anything else because we didn't season the first ones, right? So,
yep.
And then this one, just going to do the straight salt and pepper. Some people just like the S&P. Just put it on there. Maybe 4 minutes. But you get them straight down. Straight table salt. Doesn't have to be special. Doesn't have to be sea salt or whatever. Just sprinkle a little salt, a little pepper on one side, flip them over to the other side. So just a little bit. Now, again, it's gonna bleed a little bit, so don't worry about that. And it'll bubble a little bit, but it won't bounce too much. Just take it, flip it over, salt, pepper the other side. Now this one I think we did about medium rare.
Yeah.
We were trying to get it done in the middle, or it wasn't bleeding anymore. Well, again, unless you're doing the finger thing or grabbing your hand or whatever, what you're looking for is, a warm pinkish to gray inside. And the trick about looking inside, nobody ever tells you that. But you can get a fork, and it'll kind of pull apart if it's got the good steaks. If it's cheap, like the ones we have to get.
Bottom of the barrel steaks here, guys.
Once in a blue moon, you're able to find super cheap steaks. Just take your fork and knife, and then cut a little test hole, man. And you can see the inside of the steak. There it is. And then it bleeds like it's in a slasher film.
Don't stab your pan.
Yeah, just be very gentle. Be very careful with that. Again, just cook it. Don't let it cup, because those cheap steaks will cup up if you let them cook on one side. But once it's not bleeding, it's still warm in there, go ahead and pull those off. Now this last one, this is what happens when you get the steaks and you know they're going to be dirt because they cost like nothing. So you don't want to taste the meat. If it's got questionable origins, you don't know what kind of meat it is. It could be beef, it could be dolphin, we're not sure. So you take and put as much spice as you can. This is the kind of stuff Jack likes. You got that barbecue spice, your garlic powder, just whatever's close that's in there.
I'm all about barbecuing, so I try to go with all the seasonings I like.
That's just whatever's laying around the kitchen. Chili powder, throw that on there too.
Love chili powder.
I don't like the taste of steak, so I want to taste chili powder, so you throw that on there as well. Now, be careful. Anything that's not falling directly on the meat will give that burn smell later. Lime juice. Just put lime juice in it. You just want to boil it in lime.
A lot of these seasonings are actually going to come off in the lime juice. You'll see as the video progresses on.
Yeah, that's another thing, is when you're cooking these, especially with all the spices, it's kind of hard to
gauge how much is in a
because it's all brown on the outside. You don't know if it's cooked. It could be very brown on the outside because of the spices. You got to do it, and some of it's still raw. So be very careful when you're cooking with a lot of spices. Now you can see here, like all the spices come off, and it's all on the sides. So every now and then, just take your steak, swirl it around, get that stuff off of there.
Oh, I love it.
Now, don't worry if it goes all telltale hard on you here. Like it starts looking like it's breathing. Just push it down a little bit and let it cook. Don't let it cup, so just flip it.
Yeah.
Let's help that stop happening.
We did medium rare with this one, right? I think that's what we did.
We tried to do that, but again, it was brown. It was trying hard to do. You can tell, you pick it up and you can see by the edge of it that it's pretty cooked. We cut a test hole in it. It didn't bleed anymore, but it was still pink in the middle, but it was brown. Now, your asparagus with that butter and stuff, just keep, if you had started a little bit, you're fine, but the butter will get down there. As long as you got it on super low, you're ready to go. And then the corn is a whole different thing. You got the corn, it's warmed up, but you want to get all that corn juice out now.
Yep.
It's cooked in it, but you don't want to serve in it, because that's how you get corn juice on your steak and all that horrible stuff.
Oh, that'll ruin a good steak.
Yeah,
with
so
corn
just leave
water.
the lid in, take it over, and just strain it. There, now you just got nothing but corn kernels in it. Add you a tablespoon of butter, and if you're going to put any spices or anything in it, now's the way to do it. You don't have to stir it too much, because the corn itself is still really warm, and the pan will melt that stuff and just goes in there. And you put it on a steak plate, glass plate, because it's a good one.
Yeah.
And you're good. And that cost us like maybe $8.
Yeah, I think it was $7. Each of the sides was $1 a piece, I think.
And it was like $5 for the steak,
Yeah.
and it served 6 of us, at least one good meal.
Yeah.
I could have sat down and done them all at one sitting, but there you go. There's another one in the books with Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm going to be Oz. It's going to be Jack. We'll see you next time, Tuesdays, Fridays, right here on YouTube. Or you can find us at Instagram at Living Between, or on Facebook at Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. Of course, we're going to be back here every Tuesday and Friday. Like, share, subscribe, ring the little bell and notifications. It'll tell you when we post videos. Or leave a comment down below. Tell us how good it was, how great it was, or give us your own ideas. Thank you.